for the team if it involves taking a nap, but when it comes to unlocking the power within, join us as we delve into the dynamic relationship between fitness and menstruation, exploring how tailored workouts and self-care strategies can really empower and support women's well-being. And here to educate us, and we're going to wake her up from her Sleeping Beauty nap, we have our favorite Natalie Daniels from Fitmumz. You know what? I have to, when I saw this fitness for period pain, I'll be the first to say this, when it's that time of the month and the cramps are there, the last thing I feel like doing is putting my tackies on and doing exercise. Exactly.
It's not a nap. I mean,
I don't know who said that exercise alleviates the pain. I feel like it intensifies it. So what are some of those exercises we can do, or perhaps I should rephrase it, what can we do to alleviate the pain?
So, good morning, Zoe.
Good morning.
All aches and pains and cramps, and you said it there, girl. The last thing you want to do is get out of this fetal position, because this position almost makes everything feel better.
Yes.
But as much as it makes it feel better, it also makes it feel worse. So you have to slowly but surely get out of that, because I know this becomes your
go-to.
Yeah, it's your go-to. Okay, so I'm going to put that down for you. You know, get out of. You don't have to get out of bed.
Actually, did warm it.
Yes, it is warm. It is warm. Okay, so obviously what we know, it's the before. Before you're going through your periods, I'm sure as a lady, you know that week before already, your body...
The symptoms are there.
Yeah, the symptoms is there. It's the bloating, you're irritable, and you're like...
The body is sensitive.
Yes.
I lately been having a bit of an appetite. Like, I cannot stick to the basics of I want to eat sweets for breakfast.
That's it, and it's okay. Like, the other instructors, it's okay if you want just at one, everything in moderation. So the breast is tender, the lower back is aching, the abdominal area, it's ana. The last thing you want to do, like I said,
is movement.
It's movement, but it's going to help. Okay, it might alleviate slightly the pain. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's literally just opening up the legs, your arms is on the side, and all you're doing, you're just pushing down. So now we know, especially for some of the guys, and thinking, now what is this period pain you guys are all raving about? It's literally your tummy, your abdominal muscles going, ugh, and it stays like that, and you're like, okay, how do I release that? And all you're going to do, you just go all the way back again.
And I wish there was a one-size-fits-all manual to experiencing or going through menstrual pain, because each cycle is different.
Exactly.
You're not guaranteed period pain every period.
And every lady is different. So this month you might have 2 days and you're like, yay, I've got it. And then the next month you're like, I've got 7 days later, like, get done with this. Also, you know, I'm sure we all remember when we were little girls, and when it's that time of the month, the oma, the mommy said, we're going for that Dutch medicine, and there's that ginger cocktail, bitter goeters that you don't really like, but it helped. It helps somewhat.
I've never tried that, to be honest.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks. The next one is just putting your legs aside. Okay, we're gonna do it that way. So there we go. And all you're gonna do, hands on the side, and you're gonna go all the way back, because remember, we're alleviating that lower abdominal area, and then we're coming all the way back. Oh, so it's cramped. Let's say it's cramping now, so it's cramping. Almost think of labor pains. Labor pains is 10 times more. Okay. Or 100 times more. So it's going that contraction, and then it releases. So that's what you're doing. You're going all the way down.
Okay,
breathe
person
through the
experiencing
pain.
pregnant pain.
Yes. Period pain. There we go. All the way down again. One more.
Pregnant one day.
And relax. Next one, we're going to go one leg to the side. Oh, okay. Again, lower abdominal area, and you're just going to release into that.
And it also opens up the hips.
Yes, because remember, when you're dealing with period pains, you're not just abdominal, but it's abdominal,
the lower back.
Lower back. It's literally everything. You actually feel like a little monster that time. So it's making it a little bit more bearable. Let's give me one more. And funny enough, last time when I put this on my status that I'm doing a session on workout, the status was going crazy. Me, workout on my period, never. But it does help, guys.
We don't like it. I find that especially something as, I mean, I love being outside, going for hikes. But there are some hikes where I'm like, oh, I just need to sit down. This is crazy sore.
And then the last one we're going to do is the dreaded plank, which I know, really, Natalie, I'm on my period, I've got a plank. Yes, you got a plank, okay?
So why plank during your period?
So it's literally, again, pulling that abdominal area and you're releasing it. work with the pain.
You work with it.
Work with the pain.
Don't work against it.
Exactly. So on your elbows, okay, tuck your toes, and we're just gonna hold it for 8 counts. And it's Aina right now, okay? And you're breathing 8, 7, breathe through the pain, 5, 6, 4.
How are you counting? 5, 6,
7.
4.
And do 8 more just because we can. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, knees down. And then the lovely one, open up the knees and release into it.
Oh,
That's a nice
listen.
stretch. So everything needs to be light, moderate exercise. Every day is different. Your first day you might find, okay, I've got a heavy flow. So you're gonna do basic stretches. Second day you're like, okay, I'm not so bad. Third day you're like bouncing around and doing
Because you got all the energy in the world.
There we go.
It's different for each person. Well, Natalie is not going anywhere. We have our Fitmumz here. We're going to unpack more stretches and more things to do when you are feeling those uncomfortable pains that time of the month. At the end of the day, we want to make sure you can alleviate some of those symptoms. So stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast show.
We are back with some fitness with a Fitmumz, Natalie Daniels. She is here, and we are making sure that we can alleviate as much of our pains that we experience when it's that time of the month. Ladies, this is techniques and tips for you. Some would say it's a workout, others would say it's just to alleviate the pain. Natalie, it's always so great to have you here, and you brought the bouncy ball along, the yoga ball.
And I can see what you're doing. So when you get the ball, you just want to get on and bounce.
You just want to get on and bounce.
So let me quickly get Zoe off the ball, because she's that little, you know, the little girl within always.
Oh, there's always that.
So this is just a little tool that you can use just to alleviate, like you said, to alleviate the pain. Again, you said, oh, this ball is so big. So Zoe's quite tall. So I've got a 75 over here.
You get different sizes.
Yes, you get different sizes. So before you get on the ball, ladies, one hand on the ball and then you sit on it. So come around and then you sit. So
Okay, I just went and bounced on.
Okay, and then always just make sure your knees is not higher than your hips, and it means the ball is too small for you. Comfortable shoes, or if you're going to be bare feet, obviously we want comfort here for you.
And you also want to be anchored.
Yes, there we go.
So no socks.
Well, you can if it's a good flooring.
Okay.
So abdominal cramps, aches and pains, but literally write down. It's Aina.
It's heavy.
It's heavy, it's sore, so you don't really want to be standing too much. So what the ball does, just by you just bouncing on the ball up and down, there we go, small one, you are literally alleviating that pain, and that's just a basic move. So if you don't have a ball, this is what you're doing, okay? Getting rid of that heaviness. And then the one, I know as little girls, we were always modeling competitions, so side to side with hips, side to side, okay? Hips is Aina most probably. Remember, everyone's symptoms
are different.
It's different, okay? Okay, and then we do the circle. Oh, there we go, circle.
And this also opens up the lower back.
Yes, that's where we're coming to next. So circle. And then the next one, you're gonna just reach the ceiling, and then you're gonna touch right between the floor. Go down, there we go. Open up the knees for me. Okay, there we go. So we're staying there, 4 and 3, or 2, and 1, and bring it all the way back up, roll it up. Remember, we don't have partners or hubbies. As always, everybody's tired. They don't want to give you back massage. This is a mini little back massage for yourself. We're going to do one more, all the way up, and reach down. Open up those knees, opening up the pelvic floor. There we go. And then bring it all the way back up. Now hands on the knees, okay, over there. And all you're doing is pushing down. Okay, there we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, other side, 4, 3. So it's working. Where is it working? Where are you feeling it? Literally
I'm
lower
feeling
back.
it lower back and also quite here, like on the side.
Yes, there we go. We're going to do one more just because we can. 1, on the other side.
And these are simple and easy movements.
Yes, so the moderate exercise, even if you're not going to do a workout, just literally going simple walk, a little jogging. So we're going to do a little walking on the spot. So there we go. Remember, the girls always struggle with this and they start walking like this. So remember, opposite arm, opposite leg. There we go. Okay, so say Zoe, opposite arm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I walk together.
There we go. You can keep your foot flat on the floor. There we go. There we go. Okay, just walking. You can walk on the ball, or you can walk on the spot, or you can literally go for a walk. And then the little one, the running on the spot. Breathe. Breathe. 4. and 3 and 2. Oh, my counting, it's too early
That's
for counts.
okay. You've been going all over the place, but I love it.
And relax.
So I have a question. I found that when I go for a walk or whatever it is at a moderate pace and you get your heart rate up just slightly, that the pain intensifies. Is it a case of push through, it will alleviate, or rather stop and just...
What would you do? What did you do?
Well, I keep stopping because it just doesn't stop.
And that's fine. So you know your pain threshold. So if you feel like, oh, you know what, I can't anymore. That's what we as women do. We're like, I've got to push through the pain. Sometimes you don't need to. Sometimes just stopping. I've got this. Take a deep breath in, and then I can get to the next one.
Oh.
Okay? So that's awesome. Last one we're finishing off is just on the side of the ball. You're just reaching sideways. Bring it up, and other way, sideways.
I'm reaching to the side of the ball, right?
Yes, there we go. I don't have the ball, so I'm just reaching side to my knee. There we go.
Oh.
And your ginger tea, your lemon tea, these are all the little tips and tricks you have during the day. And also avoiding food that makes you...
Avoiding dairy.
Oh, that makes you feel bloated.
Dairy gives you the worst pain during that time of the month. I loved our chat.
Awesome.
Thank you. I loved our workouts. I say workout, but the movements we've been doing to really just make sure you alleviate that pain. And thank you for joining us. It's always so great having you here.
Always.
Well, listen, hopefully this was something that you could take something from for the next time it's that time of the month.